Hello, Action members. This is Mike Saunders, the Authority Positioning Coach. Welcome to this session for a book review covering my book, Authority Selling. Now, I know you guys might not like the phrase selling. You don't feel like you're a salesperson. And if you think that, wonderful, you're in the right place. Because in this session, I'm going to teach you specific tips and strategies that will position you as an expert and an authority so that when you connect with your prospects, they come to you pre-sold, seeing you as a trustworthy, credible source, not as a salesperson. Now, when we can accomplish this, your job is almost done because now you can focus on teaching and training them and becoming an educator and an advocate for their success. You're not being a pushy salesperson. You're not trying to make the sale that day, just sign on the line. What you're doing is putting their needs and desires first, because it's been said, I heard it from Jeffrey Gitomer, but people like to buy, but they don't like to be sold. Isn't that true? Aren't you the exact same way? You don't want to feel pushed to do something, but when you know you have a problem that needs to be solved and you do some research and you find a source that really makes sense, they're teaching you topics and strategies and solutions that just make sense because they come at it from an educational approach. When you can do that and they see you as an elevated thought leader, not as a pushy salesperson, you now have the right environment for success, not to close a deal, but to open a relationship. So I've prepared this talk so that you can see specific strategies. We're going to get into this right now, and you're going to walk away with some wonderful tips, takeaway items, action steps that you can do today. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the teaching on authority selling, the system that I've created and the book that I have published on Amazon. This is a book where you will find a lot of practical tactics in there. So this is not just strategy and theory. You're going to find in the book a lot of practical tactics that you can implement right away. There's an embedded workbook in there. There's some tips on getting free resources. You're going to absolutely love the book. But this teaching here is about 20 to 30 minutes. So hang with me and you're going to learn some of the things in the book. And it's all focused on using an authority positioning portfolio to get new clients fast. And let me just take a moment and explain what an authority positioning portfolio is. It's a phrase that I have federally trademarked. If you notice here, this is a little bit of a slide on myself. I like to say that I do as much as I can to serve as much as I can to make as much as I can so I can support my wife and 4 kids and give them life opportunities to succeed. And if you notice here, this foray of images over here, the lower right is the federal trademark on the phrase authority positioning portfolio. So it is a culmination of all of the authority positioning assets that you begin building to display to your prospects and your clients and your strategic alliances. Very similar to a web designer that will have a design portfolio, or a fashion designer, a design portfolio, and flip through and show all of the different creations. Well, how do your prospective customers or clients or patients, how do they determine in their mind that you are a trustworthy, credible authority and expert? Well, hopefully your website looks good and hopefully you look good online, but you need to have this authority positioning portfolio and use the assets in the portfolio to establish yourself as that trusted advisor. And so a couple of the things here on this page, another federal trademark that I have on the phrase and the concept called brevity book. I'm a Forbes Coaches Council contributor. I'm an author of 5 different books, award-winning podcaster. I've got over 1,000 episodes on my podcast, Influential Entrepreneurs. And so this is something where I continually to walk my talk. I don't just check the box and say, got a book, got a podcast. Nope. I continually build my authority, because one of my little phrases I love to always use is building your authority is your number 1 priority. So let's get into the talk. 3 questions for you. Number 1, do you look for high value?